Good morning, everyone. It's Rita here, and it's Slow Stitching Sunday. So today, I'm still working on the other journal cover. There's still a lot of stitching to do to get it all nice and even. I sewed on a couple of the copper pennies. I need another penny. I'm going to try to find another older one. And I put some little grass in here, kinda, and just filled in this and buttons. And then I put the buttons down the side of this. And I'm going to figure out what I want to do here and here. I just have to wait for it to come to me. Sometimes it doesn't for a while. So today I thought I would start this new little project, and I need a box like I've made my other fabric boxes like this. I hope you guys can see all that. My camera, I didn't really bring it down really low. Maybe I need to. I'm sorry if it moved too much. But anyways, so I made this tag on one of my journal videos. And what it is I'm making a tag. This one is 5 by 7.5, and I'm making one for every month. And so this one is for Easter. So I'm not sure what holiday's next. Maybe not till July, 4th of July. I don't know. I can't think of one right now. But anyway, so for each holiday, I was going to make a tag, and this one says Easter 2024, and then on the back I have a couple little tags that I can write on where we had Easter dinner, what we had, who was there, just little pieces of memorabilia to go in there. And so I want a box. I bought a box at Hobby Lobby, and it said it was 5 inches by it was 5 inches across. It was a long box, and it doesn't fit in there. This is like 4 7/8, not quite 5. And so their dimensions are off because I couldn't even get this in here in the box. So I'm going to make one, another fabric one. So what I want to do is I'm going to try to do it kind of neutrals. I don't think I want anything loud like in the stitching. I don't want, to use bright colors like yellow and stuff. I want it to blend in, kind of like this book. It's a monochromatic. It's got black and cream and gray, but they're all, there's no jump out colors like, a green leaf or yellow flowers or something. It's just, I like that look. And so I found this template in my little stash of stuff, and I cut it out on cardboard. I copied it. I'm going to try to take this template and put it on my community page or on my Buy Me a Coffee page, whichever one I can get it uploaded, so that you guys can have it. I have 2 birds. I don't know where I got these years ago when I used to do a lot of wool applique. But I think I want this bird. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think I want that bird now that I think about it. And this is the wing. And that goes something like that, I guess. I'm not quite sure where the wing will go. But, yeah, I'm going to photocopy this or scan it and see if I can't get it to go up on community page so you'll have it. The one thing I am going to do, though, because I want this bird to look like it's sitting on something, and it will be. So I'm thinking of trimming it so it's a little flatter than so that way it can be a little bit more flat across here. So I'm just going to, you can, flatten it, or you can leave it the way it is. No, that doesn't look completely right, but still not flat. I've made it round but smaller. How am I going to flatten this? How about if I just go like that? There. That works. Okay, so that's the wing. So I don't know what I'm doing yet because I haven't figured it out. And that's because I don't pre-plan. But what I thought I would do is this background, this is a piece of felt that I got at Hobby Lobby. It was on sale. It's like a clearance thing by the yard. And it was like $2 for almost a yard of it. So I thought I would do a background on here of just stuff. So I kind of like this against that. What else? I have this lace. I want it to look springy, but not necessarily colorful. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I don't know. Just my thoughts. What goes on in my brain. I don't know. This one, I think this might have been coffee dyed. Whoops. But that might be kind of nice for a background. And I think, well, they go both ways. I think that's the right side. So I hope everybody's having a good day, a nice Sunday if you're watching on Sunday. And if you're not, I hope you had a good Sunday. All right, I'm going to cut this piece. I hate cutting this apart, but, you know, what's the chances, right? Let me see if I can cut it right on the little line here. I've already cut some of this apart. That I've used on other journals or something. Okay, so I like that. And then this is an old doll dress. Oh, let me put you on hold for a minute. Okay, I'm sorry about that. My daughter just came to the door and I visited with her for a little bit. Trying to see if you guys can see. So I moved the camera. Okay. So anyway, what I'm going to try to do here is put some background on this. We're only going to stitch within the boundaries of this piece of cloth. Now, I cut this. Let me get my ruler here. I forgot to tell you what I cut it. I cut the fabric 6 inches by 5 inches high, 6 inches wide, because I needed to fit the bird on. And 5 inches, when I first did it, I was going to do 5 inches, but I don't think it gives the bird enough room. So that's what I changed to. So it's not going to be, you know, I'll do each side of the box the same size. So this one here is a little piece of a doll dress or a baby's dress. It's very old and it's very brittle, and I love it. So I think I want this on one of my pieces of things. So I've got that. Now let's see. I do have this little bit of fabric. I don't know, do I want to add in another piece? This is batik. Okay, so there is, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces on top of that, and if I do the bird, that would be 5 pieces of something. And I don't think I need more than that. I think I like that arrangement. I like the little lace there. and I'm going to add more stuff, obviously. Okie doke. So there's that. I usually cut these the exact same size, the backing, and I didn't because I wanted to make sure that it all comes out square, and then now it's bugging me because I feel like I have that extra space and it is off balance. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is find what to make the bird with. Now, I was thinking maybe because I wanted to do it, say monochromatic, I have this little stripe ticking that I thought maybe I would stitch the bird out of that. Actually, I thought maybe this one too, but I thought that might look good there, unless I put this stripe along in there. That might look good. Let me cut a piece off of this and see if I like that. Of course, that one little corner is bent, but that's all right. I'll fix that. Make sure this is on my piece. I kind of like that stripe. That looks good. Can't really see that much of the background because this will all be stitched. I want this up enough kind of like it over it, but I want it to be out of the way of stitching at the bottom, otherwise it's going to get stuck into the threads. Okay, let me see how this bird would look, because it doesn't matter which side I write on or trace. I'm just going to trace this. Now, these birds, you guys can find these anywhere online. Any coloring book type, you know, website, kinds of free templates. This one I happen to have, so that's why I'm going to use it. Cut this out. I'm just going to... And the batik fabric is nice because it doesn't fray. It's so tightly woven. It does make it hard to sew through, but I don't think... I'm just leaving somewhat of an edge on here just in case I need it. I'll just stitch over it. So, has anybody made the boxes? And if you have, you can share them on my Facebook page, which is Junk Journal in a Day. And just go in there and answer a couple of questions. And okay, so that's very light. I have this one too. You guys want to sit and watch me cut this all day? How about I'll put you on pause and then I'll cut another one out of this because I want to just see what I like the best. Okay? Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So I cut it out of this fabric and I kind of like this one. It's got enough darkness on it to make it jump out and not just blend into the backing. That's what was happening with this guy. He just kind of was blending in too much. Then I wanted to do a wing, so I had cut out this blue because I have this little bit of blue in the background, but I'm not crazy about that. Then I cut this one out, and I think I like this one. I think I like just this bit of a blue here on the wing. I don't know how low I want it. I may change my mind on that, but I like that. Okay, so let me pin these together just so I don't lose them. That's what I want to do there. All right. Oh, I know what I was going to show you too. Okay, so we're going to stitch all across the back of here to lay all this fabric down, okay? But I also want to make this like a bird's nest. So before I stitch this part down, I'm going to stitch in some, let me get a needle and thread. Let's just see what, do I have one on my, no I don't. Thought I had one on my, let's just use this one. I have needles and threads and everything there. I picked up something, I don't know how long ago I worked on it, and there was a needle still there waiting. Now I lost my scissors. Oh, come on. Oh, there they are. Okay. So I saw this somewhere. I don't know where. And I can't really find it again. I didn't save the video or anything because I didn't really think I would be doing it. But what she did was she took scraps of fabric and laid them on top of each other like so. And I was gonna, oh yeah, that, see, that kind of looks good there, that green in there. I don't think I'm gonna use this burgundy. This is stuff I got at Hobby Lobby one time when they had this cheesecloth. I think it was for like a dining room table scarf or something, and I just bought it for that. Little piece of fabric here. Let's see what else I've got. This one, I thought this. Oh, the rooster's going crazy today over there. Okay. I'm going to cut these down. But then I had a couple pieces of okay, where'd you go? And a couple pieces of burlap string. There it is. Because this looks like a bird's nest, kinda. I wonder if I should put some of these in the background as well. I don't know what's going to stick out where. You can't really plan it. You can't even see any of the green now. That piece might not be big enough. Oh my goodness. They're supposed to stay on top of each other. And I also had some, not that fabric, but some cheesecloth here I was going to add in. It's like I get these things out and then they just, there it is. You know, it just disappears. Okay. Just get a little hunk off of here. So years ago when I was making quilts, I would take my little tiny scraps like this and throw them out in the yard to see if a bird would make a nest with it. But if they did, I never found it. I never saw the nest. But they will, supposedly. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and out of this. I'm not sure how this is going to look. But just to catch all of these little bits of string and little pieces of fabric. Oh my goodness, come on. I probably shouldn't have made I don't know why I made the string so long. Hold on. I don't want to make it, I want it sort of flat because I want to put the bird on top of it. I just want it to be held together. All right, I think that's probably good. By the time I get it stitched on, it might be enough. Let's see, those are stitched in. Those two are not. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that like it is. I'll just stick that right there for now. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down here so it looks like part of the nest, and then this is going to sit on top of that. I think that's going to be so cute. Now, basically I have to stitch, you know, around all of this. So I'm going to take this stuff off and just leave our background stuff. Could I still see that? Yeah, I could still see that down there. Okay. So let's see, do I want to take... I'm thinking of just maybe doing a running stitch all the way through the whole thing. I'm not going to baste it. Whoops. Keep dropping the pens. I think I can, you know, keep it all in order that way. All right, I'm going to put that away. Come on. And let's see, I'll put a notch in here. Let me see how much time I've spent. I don't know what the first part of this, how many minutes the first part was. All right, so I'm just going to come up through the bottom here, and we're going to just do a running stitch in and out, and try to catch, you know, all the fabrics, which of course I always get to where I'm barely getting hold of this piece of fabric. But it's okay. If it gets, starts to fray, it doesn't matter. It's only going to fray so far. And then the other sides, I have quite a bit of this fabric here, so I might use this on the sides, and I know that matches my living room because I bought that for chair covers, and it was left over for my dining room table, so that'll work. And I don't worry about the stitch size. Now on this, I usually try to go down, back down, and come back up on the back side to start another row. And if you wanted to leave this part of the lace loose, you could, instead of stitching through it. But I'm just going to do basic stitching, basic running stitch. This felt is not very thick. And then somebody asked about, I'm going to run over that again. So if you need to stitch back a little bit, just go back and then just get back in line somehow. There. I use felt because it's just inexpensive, and this kind you buy at Hobby Lobby or Walmart or whatever is good for the stability. They're pretty sturdy, and so if you're making boxes and things, it helps to make them stiffer. Or you could put a fusible, I guess, if you wanted to do like a pellon where it's like a batting, but it has like iron on behind it, and you can iron on your design. But I wouldn't want to sew through glue, that kind of glue. And you can use 100% cotton, I think it is Warm and Natural. Is a cotton batting for quilts. It's quite expensive, and you can't buy small quantities. But if you belong to any kind of sewing group, somebody may have some that they cut off the edge of a quilt, because most of mine, that's what I have it from, is when I quilted it and I cut it off. So I've got some stash. Oops, I didn't leave enough room for a knotted stitch. What else was I going to say? Oh, you can use felted wool. Now, felted wool is pricey too. So if you don't want to spend the money, because you're stitching it inside of something, you're not, it's not on the outside like wool applique, where, what you pay for, you get to see it all the time. But you can buy like a old skirt, women's skirt, that's 100% wool, or you can buy a jacket that's 100%. Throw it in the wash machine and wash it, and then dry it in the dryer, and it'll all shrink up, and you will have felted wool. Because that's what I used to do when I did wool applique, because I would find the prettiest tweed men's suit jackets, but they have to be 100% wool. Made a big stitch there. I was thinking about, when I was going across this, if I wanted to change direction. All right. Well, I guess not now. Maybe I'll put some kind of accent thread on the stripes going the other way. Maybe something a little bit toned down, like not this color, but a taupey color or something. I'm going to take my safety pin out now. And I use safety pins because I don't like to have the straight pins where they poke my skin. And even the applique ones, the little tiny ones, I think they're more painful because you need more to hold everything down. So, yeah, they can be kind of hard on the hands. I hope you guys can see me, what I'm doing. If you can't, if you're watching on your phone or your computer, I don't know about the computer, but on your iPad, you just like scan it, or not scan, what do you, focus in and make it closer, you know, like you open it up and then you can see the stitching very, very close. And you can see my dry hands and my dry cuticles and everything else that's on my hands. See, I just stabbed myself. I always stab myself right here. It's the one place that I always throw this needle, it gets in there. Okay, see, I don't want to go too far out to the edge, because if I need to trim it, that back piece, I don't want to cut my threads. So I'll just do another row. I know this might be kind of boring, and depending on how long the video is, I'll either come back next week with another part after I do all this hand stitching, which doesn't take long to do this at all, and maybe get some other box sections stitched. These boxes, I could use these all day long. Every time I turn around, I'm looking for something to put something in. And I want it to, I do not like looking at my craft room at plastic boxes. In fact, most of my stuff is stored in the Hobby Lobby photo boxes. You know, you buy, they look like a shoe box. They're like $2.50 a piece, inexpensive. And they just look nice, you know, they look pretty. That's what I usually put. Oops. Yeah. Darn it. All right, I'm not going to try to thread that on camera. I'll do it off camera. So that's what I'm going to do. I think that's going to be really cute. And then this is going to be cute on there. And it's not really that much. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of stitching. So you could make these up. Wouldn't this be cute for Mother's Day or something? I think, yeah, that would be adorable for Mother's Day. You could do a flower, you could do a bird, you could do butterfly. But the bird, you get the nest part. But I guess you could do that on any of them if you wanted. So I will either see you before the end of this video, or I will see you in the next video. So have a great day. Bye. Okay, I am back. I just wanted to start to show you what I'm going to do next. And I think I've stitched down all of this with the running stitch all the way across, or the cantor stitch. I don't know how they pronounce it exactly. Anyway, to me it's a running stitch. And I'm just going to trim off the felt that I had around the edges. And I don't know if I'm going to try to size it up right now. Usually I don't. Usually they just kind of go together. You know, I might check the measurements, but let me see here. This is kind of awkward because it's wider than it is tall. Okay, ruler, you're not there. Here you are. Let's just see what it comes right now. So right now it's 6 3/4. So we lost a 1/4 inch on that side. And this is 5 1/8. So I think I had it 5, but see, we've got a little room to okay, so let me just kind of check these. All right, so this is 5 8, and this one's a little shy. I might go ahead and put some more stitches down there. 5 1/8 and 5 1/8. I think it just needs a little row of stitching there, and it will even it up. And this is 5. Wait a second. I'm sorry, 5 3/4. 5 3/4. 5 3/4. 5, a little over 5. 5 1/8. 5 1/8. And 5 1/8. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to put one more running line down this area here. So this is the background that I've chosen to stitch down. I had to kind of fold this over and stitch it down because it was going to go up into the binding, and I didn't want to lose that picot edge there. So next I will take this and this, and I might put this on the top instead of underneath, because I think it's going to be really bulky. But you know, I can sew it either way. You know, I can try it with this up here, but I feel like I have to. No, I think if I'm going to do that, I need to go way up here like this and stitch this down right there, so it looks like it's sitting in that nest. And then here, obviously, and I could cut these a little shorter, but I'm just not sure yet if I want to. So I'm just going to land this guy here. And that way he'll be in the right spot. And then I'll just kind of pin this in too. I probably don't have any more safety pins. I've got them pinned everything. Oh, here they are. Here's one. I'll probably find something to put there. I'm not sure what. Something. Even if it's a straight piece. I don't know if I have any more. Or I could put a button. I don't know. I just didn't want it to, you know, I want it to look like a nest. I don't want it to necessarily have a button in there. I don't know that I have a button handy. Let's see what's in here. Well, that wouldn't look so bad. Yeah, I might do something with maybe some little buttons. I also have all these clear ones I'd like to use up, which that would let the nest. That one looks like it's got a pink tint to it. I have tons more buttons. I just have this little package. I bought some online. I think it was $8 a pound of buttons. No, couldn't have been a pound. Maybe it was a quarter per pound. Yeah. So, and then I'm thinking of a very tiny button up here for the eye, or a bead. Here, I've got other beads though, not just a clear one. That won't show very much. I'm sure I have a even one in this color. And then I haven't decided if I'm going to add anything else. I don't feel like I want to. I just kind of want it very simple looking, and quick to make. You know, this will be great for. Oh, I like that button though. I'm just gonna pin this in here just so I know. Okay, then I decided to use this fabric that I made the bird out of. Whoops, where is it? And all I had time to do before this coming up Sunday was to do this running stitch on here, and I trimmed it around, and this will be the sides like so. And Yes, I think that's correct. Gotta make sure my card fits in there. Let me see here. For some reason now my piece, I feel like it's too small. Well, not really, I guess. Well, if my card doesn't fit in there, I can always add to the ends. Shrunk up quite a bit. I suggest that, and most of the time I don't have to worry about it because I'm not trying to fit something into my box. So if you are, go a little bigger, and it's better, you know, maybe 6 by 6 instead of 5 by 6. But that looks like it's 5 by 5, but it's 5 3/4. Yeah, that's what I wanted. At least 5 3/4. This is 4 7/8, so it should fit. We'll see. Okay, so I'm going to do all these around the edge. I need to cut out one more. I'm missing 1, 2, and then the back. And then I need one for the bottom. But I have some more of this fabric. And I don't know if I'm going to do any decorating on these sides. They're not the, you know, they're not the star of the show, let's say. So, but I might change my mind. I might start doing something to them, even if it's just putting a little lace or something like that. In this box, I was just thinking a minute ago, because this is for my ephemera. I hope you guys can see that, because it's, my camera's kind of up close. Let me see if I can bring it away a little. I don't know how to zoom in and out, so I have to move the whole camera. But I have some small tags in here that go with the journal that I'm going to be making. And they're kind of hard to see in there because they're way down at the bottom. So I'm thinking I might next time, or in another box, make a pocket here so that I can stick some of these smaller pieces in. And I could do them on, you know, pocketing each side, and then just decorate my pocket. So, because I don't want to cover this up now. I've already done it. But, yeah. So that's another thought if you wanted to do that. If you need it for that kind of thing, if you're making journals. Okay, so I'm going to let you go now, and that's kind of what it's going to look like. And I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter. And I think this would be a very cute project for Mother's Day. I was, you know, you just keep on thinking, and I'm thinking to do like a petal, like 5 petals with, you know, a center, and make it a flower. Because you could take this and turn it like sideways along the edge. Just, oh, you could just do so many things. So much. But, yeah, I think, you know, any mom could use this. Fill it up with chocolate Reese's Easter eggs and give it to mom or sister or a friend. Yeah, I would love that. So, okay. Well, thanks for joining me today. And next Sunday, we'll see what else I'm going to do. Next Sunday, I probably will stitch this on and then stitch around. I may have some of the binding stitched around before I sew the box together. But I have a video sewing this box together, so you can go to my playlist and look for slow stitching or Sunday stitching. I can't remember how I put it. And find out how to make the actual box. Okay? So I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.